Hello students, welcome back into a module where we are going to learn about enzymes and hormones. So let's start with our module. Now, what are enzymes? The very first question. Enzymes are nothing but biological catalysts which are used in various biochemical reactions of living organisms. There are various kinds of enzymes like protease, which degrades proteins, lipase, which degrades fats, and amylase, which degrades carbohydrates. Now, there are few points for enzymes which we need to learn. Let's see those few points. First thing, enzyme also helps in digestion of food, absorption of certain molecules which produce energy. Also, all enzymes are proteins, but every protein is not an enzyme. A very important point to remember. And lastly, all enzymes are required in very small quantities as they act as a catalyst and they reduce the activation energy of a particular reactions. Now, let's find out some examples of enzymes in our body. The very first example is cane sugar. In the presence of water, an enzyme invertase gets converted into C6H12O6, that is glucose, plus C6H12O6, that is fructose. Also, the next example, C12H22O11, that is maltose, in the presence of enzyme maltase, gets converted into a glucose sugar, that is C6H12O6. And similarly, now C6H12O6, that is glucose, in the presence of enzyme zymase, gets converted into two molecules of ethyl alcohol, and along with this CO2 is liberated, that is carbon dioxide is liberated. This reaction is a very important reaction. Let's move further. Now, let's discuss about hormones as an elementary idea. The first thing to discuss, how the name hormones came into existence. It is derived from a Greek word hormine, which means activity arouser. Now, what is the use of hormones, or what are the important points for hormones? The first important point is hormones are the secretions of endocrine glands, also known as ductless glands, and they discharge their secretion directly into bloodstream. Also, the blood acts as a vehicle for transport of hormones. Now, an important point, the body or the part of body where the hormones are produced are called as effectors, whereas the part where they are acting are called as targets. Moving on, hormones are easily diffusible and have low molecular weights and affect biological processes. Also, hormones are normally derived from amino acids, peptides, and protein steroids. And the last point, the mode of activation or actions of these enzymes and hormones are very similar, and they are produced in very small quantities and regulate the vital functions of body. Now, let's understand few more points regarding hormones. Let's see their examples. First hormone which we are going to study is adrenaline and non-adrenaline. That is how they work. Let's see. Now, they are produced by the adrenal glands on kidney, and they reinforce the functions of sympathetic nerves, like increasing the glucose level in the blood and lactic acid into muscle. Also, the next hormone which we are going to study is thyroxine, produced by thyroid gland and has a property to increase the energy exchange and consumptions of oxygen. Also, the next hormone, insulin, secreted by pancreas and control the blood sugar levels and increases glycogen in muscles. And finally, estrogen, progesterone and androgens. These are nothing but sex hormones produced by ovaries in female and testes in male, and they control the sexual characteristics in male and females. So, this was all about enzymes and hormones. Meet you in the next module. Till then, thank you, students.